I was like, I want to make a grapple hook that actually feels like the grapple hook I've always wanted.
Right.
Which
Like you're
is
Spider-Man.
you latch on, uh, and you can pull yourself with another button. But if
Oh,
you
okay.
don't
I
pull
see.
yourself, you like just swing. And it feels exactly how I wanted to. I spent the entire time just tinkering with this. Uh,
Okay.
it was like so much time
You said
just
this was
getting it to
Unreal
work.
Engine?
So yeah, Unreal Engine, which a part of this was just dusting off those skills. It's been a long time since I've worked in Unreal Engine, and another part was like, uh, well, I don't have the sources up. I didn't base this code out completely on my own. I used two specific YouTube tutorials that like maybe we'll
Okay.
put in the description or something because I feel like the credit's worth it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or we can put it as a
but
pinned
not
comment, maybe. Might be
yeah,
better for people seeing it because I know a lot of people don't
definitely.
look at
We'll
the
do a pinned
description.
comment. And but I had taken both of those tutorials, messed with kind of what they provided, and kind of combined them. It was like one tutorial for how to make a rope and like swing, and
Okay.
one to like how to pull yourself to a location. And
Okay.
between the two of them, I made something where the whole pitch was I wanted to, like, let's say there's something here, you're standing here. I want to create a rope. I want to swing here, and then I want the player to be able to pull the rope up to get them to swing themselves up and past,
Right.
right? Kind of creating that Spider-Man fantasy. Even though the physics of the Spider-Man fantasy don't work out. You don't go faster at the apex at like the other end of the parabola, right?
Right.
You go completely still. But everyone wants to pop up,
Right.
right? Uh it's a pretty bare bones tech demo. You know, it's a lightless all black world with, white lit boxes. But I wanted to get something so tight that I didn't need anything else, right?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wanted to focus all my efforts on just the game feel.
Right.
Uh so yeah,
The inverse
that's
of our my pop quiz question. It's the mechanics are tight, the vibe isn't there yet. It's the
yeah.
inverse of that.
Literally the vibe is tech demo.
Yeah.
And I'm like I and I feel among such beautiful company. I stand on the shoulders of giants. There are so many grapple hook Unreal Engine tech demos set to electronic music
Yeah.
out on YouTube. And there are many like them, but this one is mine. It is hey, like it feels good. You'll play it tomorrow and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this is nice."
Yeah, for sure.
There's one thing I want to change, actually. I say tomorrow, whenever we do this. Uh, One thing I want to change, and I want to see if you can figure out what it is.
Okay.
From feel. But yeah, that's that's my situation here.
Nice. I love that.
Mhm.
So what was the impetus for wanting to do a grapple hook game? I know you kind of said you wanted to do something that, never quite, you never felt like the one got you how you wanted a grapple hook to work, but
Mhm.
was it just that or was there something specific that led to it?
A big thing, because I had a million ideas. I thought about a
Yeah.
Pokemon ROM hack too because of our story. Uh, it's like I think scope was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know in 1 month I could get something that feels good in Unreal Engine.
Right.
Uh, and Unreal Engine is what I had the most familiarity going into this with. I do wish I had spent a little bit more time to like create like just like a beginning and end to like a couple like very basic levels, but ultimately, like I feel like I achieved really the one thing
Yeah,
that I knew I could do,
absolutely.
which was game feels good to play.
Yeah, that's kind of also why I picked ROM hack was that scope of
Hmm.
like I feel like I have fun game ideas, but nothing I felt like I could realistically do without committing a ton of time. Even the Pokemon one, I had to kind of call it at a point and be like, I'm going to put 50 hours if I don't call it here, so it's
Hmm.
got to be done. Um, but yeah, same idea. Scope. I didn't necessarily know how to make a ROM hack, but I knew the tools existed, and I knew I had the Pokemon knowledge and sprite making knowledge enough to get myself by. So
Hmm.
same idea, just different end result.
Definitely. And I guess there was one other thing here, which is that I the more I thought about this idea, the more I'm like I may actually want to like see this through.
Right.
So I might. I like the feel
Nice.
of this enough where I think if I did some like simple like neon white like time challenge type of platformer that
Yeah.
I like spent a couple more months on, like I could like release something like for a couple dollars, maybe even just for free,
Yeah.
just as a personal project. And hey, if we end
Maybe
up
it'll be
doing
on
that, there'll be
Patreon.
a Patreon extra episode about me releasing a game. So there you go.
Yeah. Would you? What was the consideration for first person versus like a third person over the shoulder sort of character?
Uh, I think personally, shooters feel better in first person.
Okay.
And
So because you were focusing on the shooting of the gun was kind of the
yeah, it's because that's part of it. It's also just the feel of swinging. I wanted to transfer to the player and not feel like you're playing as another character and they're having a
right.
good time. Like there's a little
Yeah.
bit of that with third person. I just believe like if it's not a character based uh like thing you're trying to get out there, I personally don't feel that there's any reason to go third person.
Right.
Uh
Yeah, my
outside
only
of like
thought is
maybe
platforming. I don't know if I've really seen too many first person platformers. I know it's kind
yeah.
of an inverse platformer because you're kind of on the bottoms, not landing on
Yeah.
things, but
It's kind of like Portal and like one level from Titanfall, and that's it.
right.
And so I'm like, but this it kind of really works because
Yeah.
like the one problem with first person platforming is it being hard to like navigate like falling down where you want
Right, where
to.
you're landing.
But with this, you just shoot at the ground and pull yourself to the spot you want to go.
Right.
And so
Right.
it's just kind of like there you go. So yeah.
What's the escalation of mechanics? Like Portal, you start with one part, you go to two. Platforming, you get a double jump. What would be the escalation here? Would you wall run?
Yeah.
Would you get a second grapple gun? You shoot you double hand in it? What?
I think it's gonna be something like a item pickup that gets used on pressing the space bar. Have you ever
Mhm.
played Neon White? It's a pretty specific game.
I know the game. I don't know. I don't think I've played it, but I know the game.
It's like a game made for speed running,
Yeah,
right? Which is kind of how I would develop this. And you like will pick up an item that lets you double jump. And
consumable.
you'll use it and it'll get consumed once. In Neon White, that's also your bullets, and you got to kill all the enemies in the level before you get to the end. And
Right,
it's like
right.
a multiple thing. That's a first person platformer. What am
Yeah.
I talking about? My main inspiration for this game was Neon White. But so I think if I were
You
to
have
lean into
there's a
anything,
character model. It's first person, but you have a character model. Is that right? If I'm
you
remembering.
got a character. You've got a character model, but it's I don't know. You don't see much of it. You
Yeah.
see like little anime icons in a cutscene here and there, but
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, like press space to like boost forward, press space to double jump,
Okay.
like that kind of thing, right? Uh, Another thing I did is I made the grapple hook very powerful, but also very short range,
Right.
so that like it would be kind of a challenge to even like it like getting the perfect timing like right at the apex like is part of it.
Yeah.
So
if you make it too
Yeah,
long too, it's almost punishing. Where like if you miss, then you gotta wait till you can get it back. You know, you want to be able to try again in your fall.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And so it's just a good time. It really works. Uh,
Did you consider
I
something
yeah
like the length of like I'm assuming it's like click to shoot the grapple. Like the length of
yeah.
click could be the amount of power. So like if you click real quick, it's a short burst, or if you click long, it's a longer shot. Do you
At
think
the
that would
moment,
work?
it's yeah,
I
it
don't know if it
could.
would.
At the moment, it's kind of like on right click you attach, right?
Right.
There isn't really like you're picturing like a shooting out and like a travel time. Like that's not currently
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
implemented. It is interesting though because one of the things I considered is like a little like extra thing to get every level that you like have to point at and grab with the grapple hook.
Right.
So like I don't know, uh, like a like a diamond. You gotta right click, pull it towards you, and for that entire time you're like mid air, like no way to grapple. And so
Yeah.
you gotta like time it perfectly with like the apex. That was one thing I considered
Yeah.
that I didn't implement yet. A lot of things I want to implement, dude. I've got like an original song in my head. I know what the
Hell yeah.
like what everything would look like. I've got just about everything in my head ready to go for this if I wanted to.
Hell yeah. What
But yeah,
about
but I
different
only had
grapple
mhm,
hooks? You know, you
mhm.
have the hook that launches you. You have the hook that like. Is there different sort of grapple hooks that you could like toggle between? Would that be something interesting? I don't know if it would. I'm just spitballing.
I considered that. I considered like
So you have like the grab
pull.
one, versus the pull you versus whatever. But I think keeping it simple might just be the way to go, like you have it. But I'm just trying
It's
to
kind of
think.
where I went. It's like I wanted to be one rope with like multiple functionalities
Right.
a little bit, which is kind of like I don't know. It's like
Yeah, it's
it's I
quality
don't
over
know the way
quantity
I've
sort
got
of
it.
thing. You make
It's
one
like
really
it's
strong core thing, and build with that.
yeah.
That makes sense.
The idea was like I want it to all feel like it's one process, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
but there was a version of this where it's like maybe I have like the pull grapple hook and for like one item. I have the swing grapple hook for another. The other one I could have like a button that activates like a jetpack, or it
Okay.
could be like an umbrella that like gives you a slow fall and stuff like that. These were all
That could be
ideas
like
I had.
loadout stuff too. Like you pick
Yeah,
your loadout going into a level. You either get the
yeah.
little jetpack boost, or you get the slow fall, or you get the you have to pick.
Yeah. Ultimately, I just was like, I don't know if this is the game I want to make. I think I want something much tighter.
Yeah.
But, it's because I wanted a very intentionally designed
Yeah.
level.
The escalation is the level design, not the power ups. Sort of
Yeah.
thing. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And I think probably a little bit of both I could see happening.
Yeah.
Where like you get the double jump, you get the this. But for the most part, yeah, it'll be like, okay, now here's like a moving block that you have to grab onto,
Right.
and here's like, you know, like a giant like electrified box that you can't
Yeah.
hit. Stuff like that.
Was
You
it
get it.
was it
You
Twilight Princess that you had the dual grapple hook in Zelda?
Was that Twilight Princess? I never played Twilight Princess. That one was Wii, right? So I
Yeah,
could
it was
see
either
it.
Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. I don't remember. It was one of the Wii ones. But yeah, you had the dual, so you could like grapple to the top, and then you could use your other hand to grapple outwards.
I think I remember this. I think it was Skyward Sword
Okay.
because Skyward Sword that was like intentionally made for the Wii.
Right, right.
Well, I love Zelda, man. I gotta go play Twilight Princess.